Okay, Prabhuji, I didn't do any prepare, just how I do. That's it, Prabhuji. Nothing prepared. Sorry for that. Always learning, Prabhuji. Sorry. Okay. Uh, I'll do start, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, all Mataji, Prabhuji. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschata Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vrindavana Ramya Sthana Divya Chintamani Dhama Ratana Mandira Manohara Vrindavana Ramya Sthana Divya Chintamani Dhama Ratana Mandira Manohara Avriti Kalindini Re Rajahansa Kelikare Tahi Suvi Kanaka Kamala Abrita Kalindini Re Rajahansa Kelikare Tahi Suvi Kanaka Kamala Vrindavana Ramya Sthana Divya Chintamani Dhama Ratana Mandira Manohara Tara Madhima Pita Ashadale Veshita Ashadale Pradana Naika Taramade Pita Astadale Vestita Astadale Pradana Naika वृन्दावना रम्यस्थान दिव्यचिन्तामणि धाम रतनमन्दिर मनोहर तारामध्ये रत्नसाने बुसिया चिन्दै जाने श्यामासँग सुन्दरी राधिका तारामध्ये रत्नसाने बुसिया चिन्दै जाने श्यामासँग सुन्दरी राधिका वृन्दावन रम्यस्थान दिव्यचिन्तामणि धाम रतनमन्दिर मनोहर रूपलावण्य राशि अमिया पछि जे कसी रूपलावण्य राशि अमिया पछि जे कसी हास्य परि हास्य सम्भाषण हास्य परि हास्य सम्भाषणे वृन्दावन रम्यस्थान दिव्यचिन्तामणि धाम रतनमन्दिर मनोहर नरोत्तमा दासकय नित्यलीला सुखमय नरोत्तमा दासकय नित्यलीला सुखमय सदाय स्फुरक मोर मने सदाय स्फुरक मोर मने वृन्दावन रम्यस्थान दिव्यचिन्तामणि धाम रतनमन्दिर मनोहर हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गोकुलानन्द राधा गोकुलानन्द राधा गोकुलानन्द श्री राधे जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय राधा लण्डनेश्वर राधा लण्डनेश्वर राधा लण्डनेश्वर श्री राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल शिल प्रभुपाद की जय शिल गुरुदेव की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय
जय
निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि
हरे हरे बोल
हरे कृष्ण
very beautiful Mataji. Thank
थैंक यू प्रभु जी सो नाउ मंगलाचरण प्रभु जी ने
you. Yes, Mataji.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं सारजातं सहगणा रघुनाथवितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदना सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखाविष्टां सा हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण प्रभु जी चिल प्रभुपाद की जय
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful, Mataji. Very nice.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, so now shall go to the topic, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Can you share Prabhuji for me, please?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
So, and with my Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Mataji.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Uh, Srimad Bhagavadgita 17.15. um, Anudaiga vakyam satyam priyahitam chayet swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva bangmayam tapa uchyati. That's it, Prabhuji? Or three times?
Three times, Mataji.
Okay. Anudaigaakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchyati. Anudaigaakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchyati. Sayonayasam. Ayodhyakaram, not agitating, Bhakyam words, Satyam truthful, Priya dear, Hitam beneficial, beneficial, Cha also, Yat which, Sodhyaya of Vedic study, Abhyasanam practice, Cha also, Eva certainly, Bhagamayam, Bangmayam of the voice, Tapa austerity, uh, uh, Uchyat, Uchyati is said to be. Translation, um, austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature. Purport. Sorry, Prabhuji. Purport. One should not speak in such a way as to agitate the mind of others. Of course, when a teacher speaks, he can speak the truth for the instruction of his student. But such a teacher should not speak to those who are not his student if he will agitate their minds. This is penance as far as talking is concerned. Besides that, one should not talk nonsense. The process of speaking in spiritual circles is to say something upheld, upheld by the spirituals. Now, one should at once quite from spiritual authority to back up what he is saying. At the same time, such talk should be very pleasurable to the ear. By such discussions, one may derive the highest benefit and elevate human society. There is limitless stock of Vedic literature, and one should study And this is called penance of speech. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Okay, would you like to do the next verse also, Mataji? So just shall.
Okay. तथारि वर्णा व्यथते शिलिमुखया शीते अदिताङ्गोहृदयेन दूर्यान् स्वनां यथा वक्रतियं दुरुक्तिभिः अदिवानि सम्तप्यति मर्मताडिता तथारिवीर्णा व्यथते शिलिमुखया शीते अदिताङ्गोहृदयेन दूयता स्वानं यथा वक्रदीयं दुरुक्तिभिर्जीवानि सन्तप्यातिमर्मताडिता तथारिवीर्णा व्यथाते शिलिमुखया शेते आदिताङ्गोहृदयेन दूयता स्वानं यथा वक्रदीयं दुरुक्तिभिर्दिवानि सन्तत्यपि तत्प्यामतिमर्मताडिता तत् tata so arrivat inime na not beatati is hot silimukha by the arrow city restis adita aggravate anang apart hridayana by the heart dutata grieving isvana of relatives yatha as bhaktra diyam deceitful dur duraktivya by horsewood diva nisam day and night tapayati suffers marma tatita one whose feelings are hurt. Translation. Lord Shiva continues of one is hurt by the arrow of an enemy. One is not as agreeable is when caught by the unkind words of a relative. For such grief continues to rend one's heart day and night. Purport. Sa- Sati might have considered that she would take the risk of going to her father's house, and even if her father spoke unkindly against her, she would be tolerant as a son sometimes tolerates the reproaches of his parents. But Lord Shiva reminded her that she would not be able to tolerate it, such unkind words because natural philosophy, physiology dedicated that all thought one can suffer harm from an enemy and not mind so much because pain inflicted by an enemy is natural when one is hurt by the strong words of a relative. one suffered the effects continuously day and night, and sometimes the injury becomes so intolerable that one commits suicide.
The Prabhupada ki.
Ki jai.
So from this verse, Mataji, so could you please um from this Bhagavad Gita, this verse and that verse, any takeaway points, Mataji, wanted to add?
Uh, Nothing, Prabhuji. No idea. I didn't prepare. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Just I can that translation, and you can just take away point just by understanding in your own way.
Uh, okay, Prabhuji. I will see my book, Nepalese book. So,
Yeah.
little bit I have little bit idea. So, yes, is Sanskritika. Here is this translation says, who speak true and who speak Vedic literature, then who did Swadhyaya, who did read the book, then that is Bani Tapasya. That one I don't know whose is English one. That's why I talk about this. Is a Bani Tapasya. That one is uh, who we speak to true, then nobody harm. That one is we always needs to talk that one, and we talk about Vedic literature. Prabhuji, I think that's it, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Mataji, uh, for kindly reading these verses and the translations.
Lot
So
of mistake, Prabhuji. Everyone know how I can my knowledge, so
no,
I'm not worried about who what I did. I read. So thank you, Prabhuji. You give me chance again and again. Then I I cannot refuse. So
yeah,
sorry about that. If I did I read mistake everything.
thank you, Mataji. You did very nicely. So this work, this selected verse is very beautiful. So this verse, the two verses that we have recited and trying to understand today is the way of speaking, how we speak, what should be speaking, and how it would impact opposite people, whoever is hearing our talk. So this verse, Bhagavad Gita 17.15, Krishna speaks to Arjuna. This is the austerity of the speech. So, what is the austerity of speech? Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat. Anudvegakaram vakyam. It is anu udvegakaram. It is not agitating to the others. The words, whatever we speak, it should not agitate whatever we speak. And they should be satyam priyahitam chayat. All the time it is truthful and priyahitam, and it is dearer, and hitam all the time beneficial, hitam jayat. And also apart from that, speaking nicely and pleasing to the others, and it is helping them. And also on top of that, swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva, and also we have to recite the Vedic hymns. This is Swadhyay Abhyasanam Chaiva. We have to practice. So what is practice? Recitation of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam continuously, regularly. When we keep reciting it, then automatically the tongue will come into control. Swadhyabhyasana Chai Abhyasanam Chaiva Vangmayam Tapa Uchyate. This is called Vangmayam, or the What is Vangmayam? Of the voice. Whatever we speak, the sound coming from the mouth, that is voice. Tapa uchyate, that is the austerity. Vangmayam tapa uchyate. So here Krishna is saying, so the words that are austerity of speech consist in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature. So these are the way we control our speech. The sound coming from mouth, it will be automatically controlled. And here Srila Prabhupada is mentioning, one should not speak in such a way as to agitate the minds of others. So sometimes, even though sometimes we speak the truth, we should not say if it is agitating others. It is better to keep oneself quiet. Of course, when a teacher speaks, he can speak the truth for the instruction of his students, but such a teacher should not speak to those who are not his students if he will agitate their minds. So this is penance as far as talking is concerned. And besides that, one should not talk nonsense. If we speak which is not beneficial, which is not pleasing, not here, not beneficial to the others, not pleasing, and which is getting agitated, and also anything else, which is like a kind of pleasing at the moment by the mundane literatures, mundane news, mundane topics, that battle is going on, this country is doing that. So these things we do not have control. By speaking that, we will lose our precious time. So we should not talk nonsense. So the process of speaking in spiritual circles is to say something upheld by the scriptures. And so this is the one we have to speak. It is upheld by the scriptures. That is in the spiritual circles. And one should at once quote from scriptural authority to back up what he is saying. Immediately, there are most of the people, when we are speaking, okay, he should be doing like that, this is good, this is not good. Everyone speaks their own opinions. So because of that, there will be so much of chaos happens in our thoughts. Do I need to do that? Oh, this is good. Oh, he's saying he's also a devotee. But here, Prabhupada is mentioning one should at once quote from such discussions, one may derive the highest benefit. Sorry, one once quote from scriptural authority to back up what he is saying. So this is very, very important. We have to quote from the scripture and then speak further. And what is the meaning of that quote, and what it means to us. Sometimes we speak Krishna Katha, but we do not refer anything to that quote in the scriptures. So then it does not have any strength. Though it is true, it does not have any strength. If there is one person coming from a different philosophical perspective, we cannot argue. Though we are speaking the truth, we do not have a strong background to quote from the scriptural authority. So that is what Prabhupada is saying here. And then at the same time, such talk should be very pleasurable to the ear. Very pleasurable to the ear. By such discussions, one may derive the highest benefit and elevate human society. So this is the highest benefit. How to derive is speaking pleasurable, quoting from the scriptures, and it is pleasing and helpful to the others. This is the way one can derive highest benefit and elevate human society. There is a limitless stock of Vedic literature, and one should study this. This is called penance of speech. So this is the very beautiful purport. And when we are speaking, everyone maybe it is day to day we can apply this particular logic, and whatever Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. So, and then in the opposite direction, so here Lord Shiva says one particular statement to Sati Devi. ततारभिः न विदिते शिलीमुखैः सेते अद्धिताङ्गो हृदयेन धूयताम् तथा तथा अरिभिः न विदिते शिलीमुखैः. Aribi, who is the Aribi? So enemies. If our enemies, they are using their arrows and shoot on top of us and damaging our body. Navetite, but at that time Na vetite, that is, we don't get hurt that much. Na vetite silimukaihi, by the arrows of the enemy. Seti additango, because they are, though it is damaging our body, additango, even though it is damaging our body, we don't get that much pain. Hrudayena dhuyata, and by the heart it is grieving, but what is happening more painful than that is swanam yata vakradiyam duruktibihi, and our own relatives yata vakradiyam, they speak vakradiyam. What is this? Deceitful. And duruktibihi, by harsh words. Sometimes the husband and wife, they speak each other. So there is not many strong reasons, but they use harsh words, and sometimes children does to the parents, knowingly or unknowingly at the time. But when the grown-up children do to the parents, this is what swanam yata vakradiyam duruptibihi. What happens to the parents? Divanisham tappiti marmataditaham. Day and night, day and night they suffer because they directly go and shoot the heart. Divanisham tappiti marmataditaha. One whose feelings are hurt. Marma, it is generally which is invisible. It is the secret kind of thing. Marma taditaha. It is going deep into the heart and then damaging the heart. Devanisham tappiti marma taditaha. So many times we see children, they neglect their parents and speak harshful words. We need to understand how painful it would be to the parents. So here Lord Shiva is saying to Sati Devi, so there is, even we can tolerate the pains from the enemy's arrows, but we cannot tolerate the pains from the close relatives if they are using through harsh and deceitful words. So this is the, because if we do not follow this austerity of speech, like Krishna says to Arjuna, and what happens when we cannot control the tongue and we speak unnecessary things, and because we do not have control, sometimes we use harsh words to the spiritual masters, parents, father, mother, and everyone else, the elders. And here sometimes when children says to father or father says to children, there may be some adjustments, but if they have done in the mature stage, then it will be damaging the heart of other person more severely. So here in this purport, Sati might have concluded that she would take the risk of going to her father's house. So this is during the Daksha Yajna. Sati wanted to go to her father's home, but Krishna is telling Sati that do not go there because your father does not have respect to me, because you are my wife and you would also will not be respected properly. So, but so in that sequence, when Lord Shiva is saying to Sati, but though Lord Shiva says so many things, but here she is now determined to go there. So Sati might have concluded that she would take the risk of going to her father's house, even if her father spoke unkindly against her. She would be tolerant, as a son sometimes tolerates the reproaches of his parents. But Lord Shiva reminded her that she would not be able to tolerate such unkind words because natural psychology dictates that although one can suffer harm from an enemy and not mind so much, because pain inflicted by an enemy is natural. But when one is hurt by the strong words of a relative, that one suffers the effects continually, day and night, and sometimes the injury becomes so intolerable that one commits suicide as well. So this is, in our experience, we have seen so many things. Just for small misunderstanding, people commit some suicides. It will go bigger and bigger quarrels, and then it leads to the suicides, so many damages. So that's why Krishna here mentioning what is the austerity of the speech. This is Anudvikaram Vakyam Satyam Priyahitam Chayat Swadhyabhyasana Chaina Swadhya Abhyasanam Chaiva Vangmayam Tap Uchyate. So this is the statement that Krishna says to Arjuna. What is the austerity of the speech? And when we are reciting the verses Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, morning and evening, every day, then automatically it will come in control. But what we need to do, just allocate some time for it. And so in connection to this, there is one of the statement that Brahma says, sometimes we may be hearing such kind of words from the unrelated people, or maybe related people also. And so in the other direction, if we are hearing, so previously when we are speaking, now if we are hearing, what could be the actions we should be doing? So here Brahma says to Shiva, because later on Shiva, because after Sati left her body by bringing out the Yagagni from her body, and then Shiva got very angry. He ruined that Daksha Yajna and he killed Daksha, and then Posa, Bhaga, and Bhrugu, they were also punished. And Posa's mouth, his teeth was fell down, and then Bhaga, his eyes were plucked out, and Bhrugu, for him, the what is the beard, it was taken out, pulled out. So they were punished severely. Later on, demigods went to Brahma and then saying whatever has happened, that Veerbhadra has come, and then he has spoiled everything. And then demigods are shivering and speaking to Brahma, what should we do? And Brahma says, so if you are doing to a great saintly person such kind of mistakes, it happens like that. What should we do? Now let's all go and ask forgiveness from the Lord Shiva. And then they have come to the point in the Kailasa mountain where Lord Shankara is meditating, and there Narad Muni is sitting, and Sanakadas, those four Kumaras are sitting and hearing from, and also Kuvera is sitting along with his associates, and Lord Shankara is speaking something to them. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. So at the time, Brahma comes, and then immediately everyone stood up from their positions and offered their obeisances to Brahma, and then Brahma started speaking here to Lord Shiva, saying that, so before that there are few verses, and then so in this particular verse Brahma says, Prutagdiha karma drusho durasayaha परोदयेनार्पित हृद्रुजो अनिशं परान्धृप्तैः विदधन्ति अरुन्धदाः तान् मावदीत् दैवदान् भवेद्विदः. And so the translation here, persons who would observe everything with differentiation, who are simply attached to fruitive activities, who are mean-minded, who are always pained to see the flourishing condition of others, and who thus give distress to them by uttering harsh and piercing words, have already been killed by providence. Thus, there is no need for them to be killed again by an exalted personality like you, O Lord Shiva. Likewise, Brahma is saying, because if opposite person is saying the harsh words, see, this is one who does give distress to them by uttering harsh and piercing words, have already been killed by providence. That is his destination, whoever is speaking. He is already killed. So thus there is no need for them to be killed again by an exalted personality like you. So sometimes in our devotees, we would be hearing from opposite persons occasionally, not frequent, occasionally, uttering some harsh words or piercing words, sometimes which is hurting, though outwards it is appearing good, but in the heart we feel like a great distress. Why this person has acted? So we are devotees, we shouldn't be speaking like that. I've not, but inside heart, he might be feeling some pain. So here, if we see here, Tan Mavadit Daivadan Bhavidvidaha. So whoever is speaking to them, they are already been killed by the providence. So, and whoever receiving those harsh words, there is no need for him to be killed again by an exalted personality. So because devotees, they do not take any opposite counteractive actions to speak harshly in the same way. So this is the statement when we are hearing such kind of words, because this is Prutagdiya Karmadrusho Durasayaha. This is the Karmadrusho Durasayaha. They are engaged in the fruitive activities, people. And Parodayena Arpita Hrudrujo Anisham. by Parodayenarpita Hrudrujo. So likewise, and they got so much when the people are engaged in the fruitive activities, they are mostly ragam, vairagyam. So ragam, dvesham. They would be having uh, in that kind of in those conditions. This is Prudya Karma Drusho Durasayaha. Parodayena Arpita. When he is engaged in that way, then he would be able to do that. Parandruptehi Vidadhanti Arundhada. He can speak such kind of harsh words and painful words or piercing words. But devotees should not take any counteractive actions for such kind of things. So this is called, and again, this when we come to here, austerity of the speech. One side when we are speaking, other side when we are receiving those words, harsh words. And the similar kind of thing, what is the situation of a devotee for that? When a devotee is completely matured in the devotional service, then what happens to him? If he hears or if he receives such kind of activities or the peaceful words, harsh words, unkind words, or even the curses. So here Shamika Rishi says to Shringi, Tiraskruta vipralabdaha septaha kyaptaha hata api nasya tat pratikurvanti tad bhaktaha prabhavopihi. Tiraskrutaha, being defamed, vipralabdaha, being cheated, saptaha, being cursed, kshiptaha, disturbed by negligence, hatapi, or even being killed, hatapi. Na tat pratikurvanti, na asya tat pratikurvanti. A devotee or na, he never, for all these acts, tat pratikurvanti, he does not counteract for such kind of harsh words or the septaha kiptaha hatavapi tadbhaktaha prabhuvopihi. Though Lord's devotees are powerful, although certainly they are powerful, but they do not counteract those kind of harsh words if opposite person is saying. Again, who is opposite person, it also matters. So this is Tiraskrutaha Vipralabdaha Saptaha Kiptaha Tavapi Natya Tat Prikurvanti Tad Bhaktaha Prabhuvopihi. The devotees of the Lord are so forbearing that even though they are defamed, cheated, cursed, disturbed, neglected, or even killed, they are never inclined to avenge themselves. So here, purport, Shemik Rishi also knew that the Lord does not forgive a person who has committed an offense at the feet of a devotee. The Lord can only give direction to take shelter of the devotee. He thought within himself that if Maharaja Parikshit would counter curse the boy, he might be saved. But he knew also that a pure devotee is callous about worldly advantages or reverses. As such, the devotees are never inclined to counteract personal defamation, curses, negligence, etc. As far as such things are concerned, in personal affairs, that is in personal affairs, the devotees do not care for them. But in the case of their being performed against the Lord and his devotees, then devotees take very strong action. It was a personal affair for Parikshit Maharaj. So, and therefore, Shemika Rishi knew that the king would not take counteraction. Thus, there was no alternative than to place an appeal to the Lord for the immature boy. So it is not that only Brahmanas are powerful enough to award curses or blessings upon the subordinates. The devotee of the Lord, even though he may not be a Brahmana, is more powerful than a Brahmana. But a powerful devotee never misuses the power for personal benefit. Whatever power the devotee may have is always utilized in service towards the Lord and his devotees only. So this is a very beautiful purport Prabhupada has given. Now coming here back to the Krishna's statement. Anudvekaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyabhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tap uchyate. So everything in the austerity of the speech. So if we see the opposite person, whoever is receiving, they should be tolerant enough. We have to keep ourselves in the both positions whenever we are speaking and when we are receiving. So these four verses give very beautiful context for us with so much of takeaway points from here. So just I would like to share this knowledge, and Gaurangi Mataji has read these ones and selected these verses very nicely. Thank you so much, Mataji. And also request dear devotees to kindly add any takeaway points you wanted to add or you wanted to share anything on it. Hare Krishna. Gaurangi Mataji.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
No, carry.
yeah. No, you can go. Yes.
Amar Prabhuji.
Hi, yes, Prabhu. Yeah, thanks for the information and nice explanation. Um, See, I'm just telling from what I hear when talking to students and all that. There are two things happening. One is they don't respect the teacher at all. They are very blunt. They are rude, and that is one thing. The other thing is they speak so. I mean, you can't hear what they're saying. Okay, that is very important because if I don't hear what they're saying, how will I know what they're saying? Isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. That aspect is not included here. That you should speak so that the other person can hear. And other thing is you should speak at a proper speed. If you speak too fast
Yes.
or too slow, both are not appreciated. Although you may speak, good words and soft words, sweet words, if you are not speaking in the proper volume, loudness and speed, that will it's not a good speech at all actually, isn't it? I hope I'm clear what I'm saying.
Yes, Prabhuji. So it needs to be very clear and understandable, slow
Yes,
in the pace that opposite person can hear.
yes, and
Yes.
it should have loud enough so that other person can hear.
Yes.
If the other person can't hear, then there's no point in the speech at all.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, that's true.
Please, I think many of the students of today should read this para, because it is very important for student to speak properly, not only in the classroom but also later when they face interviews. They will not get the job if they don't speak loud enough. If they speak too fast or if they speak too slow, both cases they will not get the job. Although the subject matter may be correct, they are knowledgeable.
Yes, Prabhuji, that is true.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nicely
Yes, boss.
explained. So there should be a clarity, audible, and it should be understandable by the receiver. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Usha Mataji, you wanted to add something?
No, Prabhu, yes, well, you explained very nicely. When you speak, how you speak is a principle and everything, Prabhu. Uh, yes, thank you, Prabhu, and thank you, Gaurangi Mataji. Yeah, such a big was. It's like when Sati and then Shiva goes to the ducks and then ultimately, yeah, Prabhu.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
So the words coming from the relatives,
yeah.
it will more painful than the arrows coming from an enemy.
Yes.
So that's why we have to always recite the verses. When we get a chance, just take the book and then recite the verses. Um, यन्न व्रजन्ति अगभितो रचनानुवादा शृण्वन्ति येन विषयाः कुकथा मतिग्नीः. So this is kukata madignihi. When we are hearing something, it will kill our intelligence. Or if you are speaking which is not from the scriptures, then what happens? It is prasangamajaram pasham atmanaha kavayo viduhu. And that speech which is not related from the scriptures, it is like a hitva uh, that is purishimiva vidbhujaha. Kapil Bhagavan says it is a kind of a pig is eating a stool, like people are speaking the unrelated things, which is not beneficial to them. That is nonam, that is by the illusory energy of the Lord, illusory energy of the Lord. Yasmin yada pushkarina bhamaya dhurantaya prusthadeha pradagdeha. So there is, let me just share that verse as well. So here in the further he says that Brahma says, Yasmin yada pushkarnabhamaya dhurantaya sprushtadiha pradrushaha kurvanti tatrihi anukampaya krupam nasadavo dhayu bhalat krute kramam. So here, my dear Lord, if in some places, materialists who are already bewildered by the insurmountable illusory energy of the Supreme Godhead sometimes commit offenses, a saintly person with compassion does not take this seriously, knowing that they commit offenses because they are overpowered by the illusory energy. He does not show his prowess to counteract them. So this is further Brahma says to Lord Shiva. So a saintly person does not, he should not take it seriously, does not take this seriously. So, and because he is compassionate still, this is kurvanti tatrihi anukampaya krupam. Even the opposite person does mistakes, with anukampaya krupam nasadavo dayu balat krute kramam. He is still compassionate. This is pushkaranabhamaya. This is the Lord's illusory energy, though opposite person. Dhurantaya sprustadeha prasagdrushaha kurvanti tatrahi anukampaya krupam. Even though he performs kurvanti tatrahi, then anukampaya krupam nasadavo dayu balat kurte kramam. He does not take it very seriously, knowing that opposite person is overpowered by the illusory energy. So he does not show his prowess to counteract them. This is another statement. Okay, so thank you so much, Mataji. Anything else, dear devotees, you wanted to add or ask any questions to Gaurangi Mataji? Sridhara Govindas Prabhuji, Supriya Gopi Mataji, Devi Mataji.
No, bro, it's I think Srila Prabhupada purport is very clear to say that how we should speak, and then so it's kind of a character of a Vaishnava, that whatever they speak, that should be pleasing to other Vaishnavas and also for the public. That's very important. So that's yeah, I think Prabhupada really explained very nicely. So, and then you give a lot of add on to it. So it's nice to hear all these things, Prabhu. So yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhu.
Okay, any other updates or any questions? Otherwise, we shall move to the next.
Yes, Prabhu, one more I thought, it's not only relatives, it's also close friends. So if they speak bad or something, you feel very hurt, isn't it?
Yes.
Not just relatives.
Yes. Wherever we have got this ragam, Vitaraga Bhayakroda Manmaya Mam Upashitaha Bhagavad Jnana Tapasa Pota madbhavam agataha. So this is with ragam, because it is not only our relatives, but
Yes.
even the friend to whom we
Yes.
have got more attachment. If he does such kind of things, then also
Yes.
it happens.
Because we see that in Mahabharata, I think there's some conversation between Duryodhana and Karna, no? And then I think Duryodhana is hurt so much, and something he tries to commit suicide or something like that. So, in some instance, basically. Although I mean, they are very. Nobody could be closer friends than those two actually. One dies for the other.
Yeah. That's why Krishna says, do not have too much attachment, too much of
Yes.
enviness, ragam, dvesham.
Yeah, both should not be.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Okay, we are a few minutes past 9 o'clock. Gaurangi Mataji, if you are happy, and then we shall go to the next part of our program, the Sima prayer.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sure, Prabhuji.
And if you want any devotee wanted to respond to your Nasima prayers, you can choose your
Yes, yes. Usha Mataji, Supriya Gopi Mataji, Asa Mataji, would you like to sing national praises? Okay, Mataji.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
You want to sing or you want to follow Mataji?
You sing, Mamaji. I follow. You have nice, wonderful, nice voice.
Oh,
And
oh, not nice, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Prahlad Ladadaine.
Prahladaladadayi.
Prahlad Ladadaine.
Prahladaladadayi.
Hiranyakashipurvachahai.
Hiranyakashipu Vakshah.
Hiranyakashipurvachahai.
Hiranyakashipu Vakshah.
Shilatanka nakhalai.
Siladanganakai.
Shilatanka nakhalai.
Siladanganakai.
Ito nasimo parato nasimo.
Ido Narshimo Parado Narshimo.
Ito nasimo parato nasimo.
Ido Narshimo Parado Narshimo.
Yato yato yamitato nasimo.
Yado Yado Yamidato Narshimo.
Yato yato yamitato nasimo.
Yado Yado Yamidato Narshimo.
Bahir nisimo hidaye nisimo.
Bahir Narshimo Hidaye Narshimo.
Bahir nisimo hidaye nisimo.
Bahir Narshimo Hidaye Narshimo.
सिंहामदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये
नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये
नृसिंहामदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये
नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये
तव करकमलभरे नखम् अद्भुतसिंगाम् दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृङ्गाम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव कमलवरेणकम् अद्भुतशृङ्गम् दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृङ्गम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
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 जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
श्री नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय
जय
प्रहलाद महाराज की
जय
जय
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
जय
जय
जय गौर प्रेमानंदे
हरि
हरि हरि बोल
हरे कृष्णा
Hare
हरि
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Okay.
Very beautiful, Kirtan Mataji. And very nicely done. Thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request all the devotees kindly and make under three loud Haribols to Gaurangi Mataji, please?
Hari
Haribo.
Haribo,
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 Haribo.
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 Not
Thank you
for
so
me,
much,
Prabhuji.
Mataji.
It's for all glories to Amaka Prabhuji. Not for me.
Mm. No, Mataji. So we're all very pleased to hear your Kirtan and Manglas. Everything is beautiful. Whatever you do, it is so beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you all. Mataji Prabhuji. Everyone. Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so now we are few minutes past 9 o'clock. Anything else, Deity, what is you wanted to say before we conclude our session? Amar Prabhuji wanted to say anything, Prabhuji? Okay, if there are no further updates, then we shall conclude for tonight and see you tomorrow morning for Japa session. वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। शिल प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai.
जय हरे कृष्ण। कॉन्शियस नाइट एवरीवन।
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।